Okay, so something huge is happening with a piece of software that, let's be honest, most of us use every single day: Google Chrome. It just got what's being called its biggest upgrade in its entire 16-year history. And this isn't just, a few new bells and whistles. We're talking about a fundamental change to the browser itself.
And believe me, they're not exaggerating. The very idea of what a browser is and what it does for you is being completely redefined right now. So what's the big deal?
Well, here it is. Your browser is no longer just a passive window to the internet. It's now an active participant. It's been transformed into a seriously powerful AI assistant that's built right into its core, its DNA.
So how does this actually work? It all starts with Gemini, which is Google's AI model. It's now baked directly into Chrome. You're going to start seeing this new little sparkle icon, and that's your gateway. But this goes way, way beyond just asking it a question about the page you're on. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're trying to plan a vacation, and before you know it, you've got 15, maybe 20 tabs open. You got flights, hotels, restaurants, things to do. It's just an absolute mess of information. Well, now, you just click that little AI icon and tell it to create a complete itinerary for you. And here is where the magic happens. It looks across all of your open tabs, it understands what's in them, pulls all the key info together, and just like that, it creates a single, consolidated travel plan. It's an incredible time saver. And if you can believe it, it gets even crazier than that. The new Chrome is basically designed to have a perfect memory of every single website you've ever seen. So picture this. You were browsing online last week and you saw the absolute perfect desk for your office, but you closed the tab. And now you can't remember the website for the life of you. It's so frustrating, and we've all done it. Now, you don't have to remember exact website names or keywords anymore. You can just ask Chrome in plain English, "Hey, what was that site with the walnut desk I was looking at last Tuesday?" And because it understands context, not just words, it'll find that exact page for you. But it doesn't stop there. This is all leading to a world where your browser literally does more of the work for you. This update makes searching way smarter, and it sets the stage for something Google is calling AI agents. What's really interesting is how this changes the most basic thing we do online, using the address bar, the Omni box. Instead of just typing a few keywords, you can now ask it really complex conversational questions, and you'll get a detailed answer right there without even having to go to a search page. And looking down the road a bit, Google's planning to roll out these AI agents. This is where the browser as an assistant really, really comes to life. I mean, imagine just telling Chrome, "Book me a haircut for Friday afternoon." And it just goes to the salon's website, finds a slot, and fills in your details. Or telling it to order your usual groceries. The AI does all the clicking for you, and you just give the final okay. It's the move from just finding information to actually doing things. Now, this AI stuff isn't just about making you more productive. It's also about making your whole browsing experience a lot smarter and, maybe most importantly, a whole lot safer. It does that by understanding the context of what you're looking at. So, what does contextually aware actually mean? Well, say you're on a recipe page. It might pop up and offer to convert the measurements for you. Or if you're looking at a product, it can go find reviews or maybe even a better price somewhere else. It'll even suggest follow-up questions based on what you're reading, and it's deeply tied into other Google apps like your calendar or maps. And on the safety side, this new AI is like your personal bodyguard online. It's trained to spot those really sophisticated scams, the fake virus alerts or those "you've won a prize" giveaways that are designed to trick people. The AI can see patterns that we might miss. It'll warn you about a shady site before you click the link, scan your downloads, and automatically keep your security settings up to date. It's basically like having a security expert watching your back 24/7. Okay, so these features are all really cool, no doubt, but let's zoom out for a second. Why is this being called the biggest shift in the history of browsing? Well, the answer really comes down to one word: scale. Just look at this. Chrome has almost 70% of the entire global browser market. This isn't some niche app for tech nerds. We are talking about the main tool that most of the planet uses to get on the internet. And that is the absolute key here. By building these AI tools directly into the browser people already have, Google is making advanced AI a mainstream, everyday thing for billions of us, basically overnight. You don't have to download anything new, it's just there. So all of this points to a massive change in how we do things. For the last, 30 years, the model has always been the same. You, the person, are the one doing all the work.
All the searching, all the clicking, all the browsing.
But that's flipping. The new model is you just state your goal, and the web, through your AI-powered browser, essentially browses itself to get you the result you wanted in the first place.
Look, this is a huge leap forward for convenience, for productivity. But it also fundamentally changes our relationship with the internet. So the big question we're all left with is this. Is this just an exciting, amazing upgrade? Or does an AI that remembers everything and does everything for us also give us some new reasons to be concerned? I guess that's something we're all going to find out together very soon.